Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizer, Tall, the traveling clad, coming at you live from the Holy Land, Israel. Let's take a look at this clip from Islam Watch.
It up or give it to your deadliest enemy and pay for the rope that will choke you. This is very urgent business, ladies and gentlemen, I beseech you. Resist it while you still can, and before the right to complain is taken away from you, which will be the next thing. You will be told you can't complain because you're Islamophobic. The term is already being introduced into the culture as if it was an accusation of race hatred, for example, or bigotry, whereas it's only the objection to the preachings of a very extreme and absolutist religion. Watch out for these symptoms. They are not just symptoms of surrender, very often ecumenically offered to you by men of God in other robes, Christian and Jewish and smarmy ecumenical. These are the ones who will hold open the gates for the barbarians. The barbarians never take a city till someone holds the gates open for them. And it's your own preachers who will do it for you, and your own multicultural authorities who will do it for you. Resist it while you can. And if you wonder what will happen if you don't, look and see how a cricket team in Middlesex in England had to change its name by force last week because it was called, and had been for years, the Middlesex Crusaders. Look and see how stories about little pigs can't be taught to children in English schools anymore, lest offense be taken by the religion of peace. Resist it while you can.
One of the things that is coming up over and over again is Islamophobia. And, well, you can see the stats, you can see the numbers rising, particularly since October the 7th. Although we shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking that before October the 7th, this was all heading in the right direction. It's been far too high for far too long. Clearly, we need to just say over and over again, Islamophobia is intolerable. It can never, ever be justified. And we have to continue with a zero tolerance approach. And I think there's more we can do in government. There's certainly stuff online which I think needs tackling much more robustly than it is at the moment.
What I'm hoping, Keir, is your experience as a prosecutor means you'll be thinking about the strategy we can use to make sure we take action against those who break the law.
Man, these white people got me fucked up. I'm just saying. One of them's blaming the Jews and the Christians for letting the Muslims in. The other guy's like, the Muslims who did October 7th and overwhelmingly supported are the persecuted ones. What is going on in the world? This is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I don't know how this video ended up in my bin to react to. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know how this happened. I go into a lot of these videos blind because I want to be surprised and give you my honest reaction. I'm dumbfounded on this one. Both these motherfuckers are wrong. Both of them are wrong. Both of them are kind of dumb. Here's the thing with Islamophobia. There is a genuine gripe for people, specifically in the ex-Muslim community, to be fearful of Islam. There is a genuine gripe. Go watch channels like Harris Sultan, Infidel Noodle, Apostate Prophet. People who grew up in the Muslim world who have a genuine gripe with the organized part of this religion that has condemned them and has persecuted them and has oppressed them throughout their lives. Some people have a genuine gripe with it. That can be coined as Islamophobia and not necessarily deemed as a bad thing. But when a jihadi take an airplane and ram it into the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, and people are scared of Islam because they do Allahu Akbar as they do it, that's not Islamophobia. There's a genuine fear. And when Muslims commit an atrocity like October 7th, and then overwhelmingly support it, the overwhelming Muslim world unfortunately supports it. Unequivocally, it's a fact. That's not Islamophobia. You can have a genuine fear of that ideology. It's scary. And I think everybody needs to channel a Mizrahi Jew inside of them. You know why? Because while I don't consider myself an Islamophobe, I'm not afraid of Islam, I'm weary of it in its organized forms. Because I am a third generation boy who is oppressed by radical Islam. Let me make something clear for you guys. My grandparents were born in a country that was Islamified, that was Arabized, Iraq. They were kicked out of Iraq for being Jews by radical Muslims. They ran away to Israel. While they arrived in Israel, as they were starting their family, Saddam Hussein started raining bombs and threatened chemical weapons against them from the place they ran away from, under the guise of Islam. My parents were born. My mom was born. And she grew up in bomb shelters because of these same radical Muslims. I came back to live in Israel, even though I was born in the United States of America, to come and be with my family and support my people. And I'm the third generation who has had to run away from bombs and hide in bomb shelters because of Hezbollah, Lebanon, Hamas, the Houthis, and Iraqi proxies. I'm the third generation plagued by radical Islam in this country. Tell me, am I an Islamophobe? No. Do I have a genuine gripe with the radical forms of this organized religion? 1,000%. Do I still have a Quran in my bedroom that I've read? Do I respect the religion? Do I respect its practitioners? Yes. Do I constantly call out their shortcomings as a group of people? Absolutely. Because I love them and I want them to be better. I wouldn't consider that Islamophobia. On the other hand, there is something to be said about being openly and unevenly racist against Arabs and Muslims. We shouldn't have hatred in our hearts for these people. A lot of these people are not even real Muslims. They're not even real Arabs. And if anybody took a moment to understand who they really are and understand that, stop whitewashing the Middle East. We're not all Arabs. We're not all Muslims. And all these immigrants that may be from Somalia and from Pakistan and from this and from that, a lot of them have cultures that they don't even know because they've been colonized. You, as a person who understands better, don't get to just be racist against people. I'm not going to call it Islamophobic. I'm going to call it racist. You don't get to expect the lowest of us because we all kind of look the same to you. What is your job? Learn our history. Understand what we've been through. And then help me propagate the truth. Help me help these people understand who they really are. Understand their truth. Doesn't mean they need to stop being Arabs. Doesn't mean they need to stop being Muslims. It just means they need to be better. Better than who they are today. And those are my honest thoughts. Appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you consider supporting my channel so I can keep blabbing out to this microphone all day, every day for you guys, because I love you guys very much. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye, class. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.